Hello and welcome back to Retfurb. So on today's video I've got this NAD 3020E which has got an issue with the power. When you plug it in there's no light comes on the front of it. There's some sort of dodgy earth cable which I'm presuming someone's connected to the phono earth point on the back of the amplifier. Now the amplifier didn't originally have an earth cable inside it, it was just live and neutral. So I'm just going to open it up, have a look inside, see if there's anything obvious. There's no reason for it working. I don't want to plug it in just yet, just to make sure there's nothing sort of unsafe inside. So obviously looking inside here, you can see that it is quite dusty, a little bit of surface rust on there. Shouldn't really affect it from working, but obviously there is some sort of issue with one of the components. So I'm just going to gently go over and just hoover it first, just give it a little bit of a service clean. I've just got a real soft brush and the hoover. I'm just going around lightly, I don't want to disturb anything. So just working my way around, getting rid of the dust. You can see that just makes it a hell of a lot better inside, just doing that. And then I'm just going to go in and just give it a quick visual inspection. I don't show the full inspection that I did, I just show a short bit, but I went around and checked the components, couldn't really see anything. At first glance it was out of place. And now I'm just going to service the controls just with a bit of deoxit, just clean them up. I've had other amplifiers in the past which have had issues that have caused problems with the dirty controls, so I'm just going to go in and make sure they're okay. And then I'm just going to do a quick test on the amplifier, just turn it on and see if we get any power, which I didn't. I tried it a few times on and off and nothing. You could hear a noise coming through the speaker, but that was it. And now I'm going to go in and just check some diode voltages. These are D505, D506, D507, D508. So these should be approximately minus 24.1 volts on the negative side and 24.5 on the positive side. Now you can see that the voltage I'm getting are 22.8, roughly around about that on the minus, similar on the plus. So now I'm going to move on to check another diode. This is D511. So this should be approximately 48 plus and 48.1 minus. So I'm just going to check them, make sure they're okay. So the voltages I get here are minus 44.8 and plus 45. So again, similar sort of voltages. So there's obviously something going through. And now I'm going to check C525 and C526. So there should be a minus 38.3 and a plus 27.2. So when I do these, I'm only getting a plus 12.8 and a minus 0.6.7. So at this point now, I'm thinking there's obviously some sort of breakages in the line or something that's going on, which is causing this. So I'm just about to, at this point, go back to the service manual, see some more voltages, and then cross-reference again. But as I turn it over, you'll see next what I found. And I only just spotted it out of luck that there was a component loose. Now when I checked around I didn't spot this. I think it's probably because it was under the ribbon and I didn't obviously check it, and I don't like to be prodding around too much in there. But yeah, now at this point I'm sort of thinking to myself, hopefully this is what it is that's caused this issue. So a little bit of a lesson learned there. I should have been a little bit more thorough, sort of moving around to the components, just sort of lightly touching them. I thought I would have probably noticed it with the brush when I was cleaning it, but I didn't. So yeah, lesson learned. And I'm just soldering that component and then I can check to see whether that was it and see whether it's working okay. So now I'm just demonstrating here. I'm pressing the on button and you can see the light is now lighting up, which it wasn't doing before. So now I'm just going to do a quick demo, and as you can see straight away it starts working. So at this point I'm going to put the lower panel back on, so just screw that in place. Some of the controls are going to need a little bit more cleaning. The balance knob wasn't quite cutting off the sound to one side, so I'm just going to go in and give that another clean. Before I do this, you don't actually see it, but I've been in and cleaned it up a little bit, and that was all working better. And now I'm just going to sort out this horrible cable and remove that horrible earth lead and then give it another test. So that's it. As you can see, it's all working okay now. I haven't gone too in depth with it. I was tempted to do a full capacitor change on this amp, but I think I'm going to leave it as it is for the time being. So yeah, it just goes to show, you know, when you do go inside these amplifiers, obviously make sure it's safe before you do go in there. You don't want to be poking around and there's any sort of power in there and you don't know what you're doing and potentially cause serious injury. So you just want to go in and check any loose components. Now, you know, like I said, lesson learned, I should have been a little bit more thorough, but as I went through the voltages, I would have eventually got to that point and found that component, even if it wasn't fully loose like that. So yeah, all done. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, it's really appreciated. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.